Glad you guys are here. Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm John. I just bought a 1986 King Cab Nissan 720 4x4. Super clean truck, low miles, like 122, 124, something like that. It has the title. A buddy of mine had it, and I picked it up from him, become pretty good friends. I just met him, but we've known each other and this, that, and the other. Got it off him. I want to walk you guys around this because there's a lot to see. And this thing is in fantastic shape. Typically, I just bring these home, clean them up, then bring you guys in. But let me show you what you can get around here. So, without further ado, guys, welcome to the channel. Let's do this. Let's get into walking around this. So if we're going to take a look at this, first thing we probably want to do is be like, hey, how cool does it look just sitting there? And it gets 10 stars on that. Super neat little truck. So we're just going to take a little walk around it, and then we'll bring you in a little closer here in a little bit. I do want to get to cleaning it before the sun goes down, but all is all, apparently these lights are absolutely valuable. Anyhow, let's do a quick little walk around and check this out. It's kind of funny we're making jokes about this. That was a money shot for somebody. Somebody tried to die in there. The little King Cab deal is inside the cab. Not beat up, not completely rusted out. Super nice. Doors open. Interior is in excellent shape. The little buddy seats. Everything's super dirty. Battery's about dead. But lights, blinker, horn, AC blower, motors, radio. 122K. So, pretty nice. I want to get to cleaning up on this. We're going to polish this out, clean it up. And I don't have a name for this. If you guys come up with something clever, let me know. So this one's a new one to the stable. You guys keep me posted. I'm going to get to cleaning on it. We'll bring you in for that. If you're new to the channel, here's some cool stuff. There's the floor to my truck. Got just about everything buttoned up on it. If you're into this sort of thing, fab work, custom junk, bag square bodies, nitrous, that sort of thing, feel free to reach out, subscribe if something you want to do. Anyhow, I'm going to set up the pressure washer. We're going to get to cleaning this bad boy. Y'all think of a name, put it in the comments. She looks a little different today, boys. Hey, my tool of choice, crescent wrench. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, get a new battery put in there, check the fuel level. Once we can turn the key on, see if there's any fuel in it. Stick my little golden eyeball down in the fuel hole, see what the gas tank looks like. Little video thing on this. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, changed out the wheels with the ones that were on the Toyota. Looks much cooler. But we're gonna go ahead and see if this thing will start, that sort of thing. So come on with me. I got the big jump box on it. Or a big battery box, not a jump box. It says that there's 12.4 volts in the battery. Okay, I can hear this. Well, that's better. I bet I'm getting weak signal through my battery. I'm gonna get all this figured out. I'm gonna bring you guys in when I can crank it up. It didn't take too long. We, all I did was wiggle the battery cable. Got a little better, what do you call it? A little better connection. Let's see what this Z24 electro injection is. I know it's the first year of their fuel injection system. Kinda cool. There's my phone ringing. Clean ass filter. Let me grab my phone right quick, guys. You guys get in the habit of keeping True Fuel around. You can use brake clean or whatever to start this. I'm not into that. I mean, if I didn't have True Fuel, I would be. But this has a little bit of two-stroke oil in it. It's gonna help kind of lube some stuff up. We gave it a pretty good douse. Let's see if she'll fire off. Fire in the hole. Oh. Well, that was good news. Short-lived, but good news. And I don't have to have my foot on the clutch to start it. That's great news. That means if I have to get into it, I can just jump the starter and not have to be inside it and worry about that too. So at that point, we can go ahead and say, hey, we know it's gonna fire off. We ain't looking at this point, we ain't looking at injectors and that sort of thing. We know that we needed to get some fuel. So we're gonna put this back on and we can just resort to getting this thing cleaned up because I wanna do it while it's out here before I take it in the shop. Now, as I get everything ready over here, I'm assuming that most of this is going to be metric just because of the year, and it is a Nissan. Now, I don't know much about these vehicles, but I did take the liberty to jump on the internet, on the old YouTube, and get YouTube certified in Nissan 720s. Meaning I spent about an hour and a half watching YouTube videos, and I think that I can completely do this. I'm an absolute stranger to Nissans, don't know anything about this. I just know there's a lot of vacuum lines. I've got a paint pen. I'm gonna start poking dots on vacuum lines and where they go. We've got 4 or 5 of them right there. So we know that we're going to dot 1, 2 dots, 2 dots, 3 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, 4 dots, and 5. So that's just going to make it easy. More than likely, we're going to have to replace these. Most of them are probably already in a position where that one's completely broke off. Okay, most of them are probably in a position where they've already been pulled off before. And that's fine and dandy. But we do want to get this air cleaner off here and assess this from the top because the fuel inlet and the fuel tank return line are both right back here. So when we get this off, we'll be able to see all of that stuff, okay? And that's gonna make it a lot easier on us. Let me grab my ratchet. Got our first, what are we looking at on most of these? 13 milli. Get you a 13 mil, set it to the side. There's gonna be a bunch of these little suckers everywhere. Find a good spot where this wants to stay. There we go. Let's see if this is going to come off there now. Feels like there's one more, and there is. The coolest thing about these, I remember when these came out. So when I was on YouTube looking around, there's a following for just about every type of vehicle, and this one isn't restricted to anything. There's a lot of guys that there's a cult-like following for these, or what I'm getting at. Pretty awesome little 4-wheel drives. So these are you know, just it's got 2 plugs per cylinder, 4-cylinder, 2 plugs per cylinder. But this one, like the Baja 500, this style of truck, of course, it was way cooler looking. And I don't know that I'm going to keep this. I'll drive it and get it road ready and then sell it in the meantime. But there's quite a few people that find these trucks extremely, extremely desirable. Now, if I remember correctly, he said this is our fuel into the throttle body, and this is our return. Now, if we're looking at all this, I'm going to bring you guys in close. Look how good a condition all these are in. They're all still soft. Okay, now later on in the video when we're going through all this, these are Nissan plug wires, 8 millis at that, so they're big. But if we're looking at all these fuel lines, they're in great shape. Nothing's crunchy on here. So my hope on this is that it is just a fuel pump and we can get it going. And I know when I started it off the Boy Scout juice in a little bottle, it's pretty loud. Sounds like an exhaust manifold gasket's blown out or something like that. But we can figure that out as we go. My main concern is getting to that line, undoing it, and seeing if we get fuel coming out. So I'm gonna get that taken care of right quick. So one of the things that I was really interested in whenever I seen this truck, of course, I've always liked little mini trucks, and I like them low too, but these little trucks like this, I remember driving around in a town that my grandfather lived in, and this is what we would use for going into the fields when he was farming and stuff, were little mini trucks. He had couriers, but around that time, they were all pretty cool. Guys, this one's in excellent condition. The clock still works, the dome light works. There's something going on inside the column with the blinkers. Hazard lights work, tail lights work. This headlight don't, but the wires are chewed up from where it was sitting right here on the battery. I can see that, so I'll fix those. And one of the running lights needs a lamp, I'm assuming, so not too bad. It's super clean. We'll bring you guys in later and show you that. But the little following for these is pretty neat, man. A lot of guys love these. And for good reason. They're awesome. Whenever I was in school, we seen these and they had big roll bars on them and some KC lights. It was just kind of cool. So this is more of a nostalgia thing for me. But it's something I've always been interested in. And if you hung around here a little bit, you know that I'll just come home with some random stuff all the time. And I don't intend on keeping all these. Most of them I just turn around and sell. And we do have tax time coming up, so it would probably be an easy sell. When I bring you guys in, y'all will understand why this thing is super nice inside. The radio, I've got it to play on AM, but it was dark when I was in there because I was checking all the dash lights. The dash lights are red. By the way, they're cool. That's when I found out the clock works and all that, and I was like, that is so neat. So there's already a lot going for it. It doesn't look like I'm gonna have to fight this a lot. Famous first and last words. Ugh. So if you're interested in this, get with me and we can take it as far as you want it unless you wanna buy it now. But I'll get it up and going where it's street legal and that sort of thing. I don't want to put it in my name because I'll get hit as a dealer because I do too many of these. But anyhow, we're going to find out if we got fuel right now. Perfect. I'm going to turn that key off and on a few times. And I know we have gas in there because I've already put it in. The good thing about this... The good thing about this is Nissan knew what they were doing. This is super convenient. How nice is that? You got a little cover over it. I think this is 10 millimeter bolts, 4 of them. And our cover comes off. We've got a clamp there. See, we've got a wire harness that I gotta pop out. There we go. This should come off. One more wire harness. There we go. Cool little fuel pump cover. There it is in all its little baby glory. It's a nice little guy. Looks like a pretty simple little install. The top has a 90-degree on it. Let's make sure we got the right parts. I jumped on a eBay seller that does all Nissan stuff, so hopefully this is correct. Don't look like it right off the bat at all. Not it. Can I make it work? Possibly. So, let me see if this plug-in is even the same. Well, I got the pump off. Guys, this is just nasty. And I am gonna go ahead and plumb a bunch of brake clean through here and put me up a gallon in the front and blow this out. This is horrible. The good news is it's probably pre-ethanol, so if it's not varnished by now, it usually cleans a little easier or works a little better than stuff that's been set with ethanol in it. So yeah, look at that. It's dirty. It's all over my pliers too. Looks like motor oil, but stinks. So I'm gonna get some stuff to clean this up and get me a TKO hand wipe by the Sweet Patina. I put that stuff on everything. Oh, we're gonna need some fuel line, probably. Looks like this stuff is swelled out. I tried to pull that off. Look at that. Just gum. Open a little bit, but if you're thinking of how thick that is, unless they got some special Nissan something in there, then that's not great. Super soft though, not crunchy. So that may be something they had. I'll have to take that fitting off on this end and see if it's just a small nipple in a thick hole, you know what I mean? Wait. Said that way wrong. Edit, cut. I ain't never seen this, guys. Let me bring you in. This is crazy looking. What is this? So I just pulled that hose off there. See that? Ugh, what is that? Hold on, let me... Oh, I don't have nothing to poke in there. See that? What in tarnation? Yeah, I'm gonna have to run some brake clean through that. Man, that's crazy. So, I guess there's an inlet and an outlet on that. I mean, that's the fuel pump, but man, that's weird. Never seen nothing like that. Now it looks like there's water coming out of here. It's beading up on top of that old gasoline. Can y'all see that down there? Look at that. See how it hits and it just beads up? Bloop, bloop. I don't know. Nasty though. Boy, this shop stinks. Anyhow, I'm gonna get a few things wiggled around here. All right, we got the fuel filter dangling. And that was a fight. But she's out. And I guarantee you this thing is sloshed. I have other fuel filters. I don't know that I have any new ones. However, I think just about any of them would work on this. Yeah, most of these lines are swell way down. God. So what I'm hoping for here is that I can get in the, because I've got both lines off back there, correct? Actually, there's 3, 4, because we have a inline fuel filter. But I'm gonna take these off where I can put brake clean in here and go from one side to the other, back and forth. Brake clean, compressed air, brake clean, compressed air. We're gonna try to get this cleaned up, and in the meantime, I'm gonna make sure there's no inline filter on this. So I'll be right back with you. Now guys, we know both sides of this is super dirty. You know what I mean? Like the return side and the engine side. So I've got cases of brake clean. Well, I got a full case and a few cans. Matt always makes it happen. So I'm gonna fill this up. I thought I was gonna fill this up. We're gonna blow through this back and forth with compressed air. Now, we have the other end taken apart, remember? We have the fuel side off, and we have the return side off, filter and the pump. So we should have 2 open hoses, you know what I mean, that run through the chassis. I can hear it back there. Let me make sure I'm not making a mess. I put some gravel down in a little coffee bucket, so we're good there. The way I understood this, the line that's furthest back on the TBI is the return. No, I hear bubbles. So that's return going back to the tank. So we know that. I can hear the bubbles. We're good there. So we want to clean this front one. And it already acts like it's plumb full of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth. I don't want to put all the pressure in it and blow something. But we're slowly going to work it back and forth. I'll bring you guys back whenever I make progress. So we're making great progress up here, guys. We've already got this much out. Look how nasty that is. So I'm gonna fill this back up. That was just one blow, like lightly blowing back through it. So I'm gonna fill this back up with brake clean and do it again. Hear it? All right, all right, all right. Keep my eyes away from it. Let's give it a little blow. I did that time. Oh, yeah. Oh, it made a big old mess. Splattered big time. Good, we're getting through it. Oh, yeah. She's open. Can y'all hear it popping, blowing shit out? Hear it? Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're gonna have to replace this, but we're not doing it today. Am I out? No? There we go, hear it? It's running down now. Yeah, I can see drips hitting back there. Just by looking around the fender, give me just a second. I'm gonna blow this out. I'm gonna give it a few minutes to evaporate. I'm gonna clean that up. We're gonna go from there. Man, the more I work on this, the more I just love it. I have the doors open now. Just a minute ago, you guys seen me take care of all this or get all this ready. I'm gonna have to drop that tank, man. A lot of those lines, it's just not pulling fuel through. I don't know that tank, you know, I stuck my camera down there and I could see like gravel, but what was that? If it's that tar stuff that's in this filter, oh, I've already thrown it out because, man, it's got my whole shop stinking like old stank gas. But it's varnish, man. You got to get that stuff out of there. That's what was in the fuel lines. So, that's actually good. I'd rather have that than ethanol gas in there. So, this at least cleans easy. It just stinks to high hell. But I want to get a few things done. I'm gonna flip you guys around because I'm real proud of this truck, man. It certainly is looking good. You know, when we were outside, I showed y'all around, but the sun's, you know, kind of hitting it weird. I think it's like 122,485 miles, so 122,000. You know what I mean? All the dash lights work. You can hear the clock clicking. Listen. Tell me that's not sweet. Dome light, headliner. Man, this thing's in excellent shape. Those little pup seats in the back, let's see. They're all back there, bed liner. Man, you can't tell me this thing wouldn't be cool with some off-road lights and a little topper on it. You know what I mean? How cool is that? Engine's in excellent shape. I went ahead and put some fluids in here. We're gonna see if there's any leaks on water pump side, you know, like timing cover gasket. Thermostat, any hoses, do we have any leaks? All the vacuum lines are accounted for, everything's plugged in. I went ahead and brake fluid and I put some in the clutch, followed it over, found my bleeder. It's over here in the bottom. It's actually kind of easy to get to and very well thought out. There's a lot of things that I'm like, kudos to Nissan. This is cool. This is real cool. We still don't know why it was parked. I'm assuming it would have something to do with that big hole. And they're like, oh, we can't drive it no more, Aunt Mildred. You know what I mean? You're going to have to put your truck up. You know what I mean? And it got parked. I don't know. But, well, that worked out well. Caden come by and helped me get that fuel pump taken apart and put back together. So the new fuel pump's up in there. A little different, but I just kind of did it my way anyway. But this thing fired right up. I know that it still has old gas in it. We stuck the camera down in there and we could see. and pretty stank, but I'm gonna get the drain plug, pull it out, drain the old gas, put some fresh gas in here. But check this out, the catalytic converter is gone, found that out. Kinda neat. No clutch whatsoever, led the brakes, got good brakes, so. Cool, you know, and it'll sit there and run and idle, that sort of thing, just super loud. And I don't want to run it until it's nice and quiet. That way I can hear the engine. Just me being me, and I want this thing to be quiet. I don't want it to sound like that. So that was kind of cool. Late night, and I'll get back with you. The view changed in here a little bit. I went ahead and put this up on my little deals. I've got the clutch master and the slave cylinder on the way. We have no clutch, so in the meantime, I went ahead and drained out that tank. I'll show you guys, but I'm gonna give this a pretty good slug of seafoam and mix some fuel in there. While we had that plug out of the tank, I did go ahead and blow air through there and all that, try to get it as clean as I possibly could so that it'll be a pretty smooth transition. So that helps because we've got to get a little better gas in there. I've got the exhaust piece over there. I've got to weld it up, and then we'll be starting it up and letting it idle and see if it stays cool, that sort of thing. All right, all right, all right. So we got that full. I did leave that drain plug out for a few days and let everything drip out of there and, you know, go through it that way, which certainly helps. Let me show you guys what was in there. Y'all see that old nasty stuff? Look at that. Looks like some old thin motor oil. So I'm gonna dispose of that, get rid of all this. I've got to move a few things around in the shop, and then I'm gonna pull the welder close to this and go ahead and weld that exhaust on. So the good news is that fits like a glove. The bad news is it took about 15 minutes to get it to fit like a glove. And I didn't sand off this tail piece. So I'm gonna rough it up a little bit, get us some good clean metal so that we can just pop in a few welds and call this good. I've got this piece and that piece. This one down here has a little bit more pitting in it. This back here won't be any trouble, but we want to get it good while we can. So let me take the 10 minutes instead of just trying to send it and get it done. Well, that worked out well. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all primed up and get that ready to go. That was probably some of my better welding on exhaust. That wasn't bad at all. So we've drained the fuel tank. We've got to get fuel all the way back up here. I would imagine there's still some of the line from the fuel pump forward. So I imagine it's going to sound pretty rough and run rough for a few minutes. But we got to get this thing to where it's warm and check all the gaskets, that sort of thing. So let's get to it. Let's see what it'll do. The muffler is shooting up into the back of the fender. Didn't even think about that. I should have clocked in and then welded it. So that's the thing. Running a little rough. We got to get all that bad gas out of there. Kinda to be expected. That little thing is shooting bombs out of the exhaust. Let me bring you guys around there. This is funny. Well, funny to me. See if you guys can see this. Let me bring you over. Look right. Oh, that's not where I wanted you to look. Look down just a little bit. Right here. That shit's hitting the wall and everything. Doing something weird. That's what that popping is. I can hit it just even in the accelerator side. It's popping, so that's blowing back out. That or I got a little valve that's slow. But look at all this, man. It's just blowing stuff out. Temp gauge is coming up, so that's good. Oil pressure, we don't have a... Oh, yes, I do. It's on the console. And it's at like 60 PSI at idle. Batteries at like 13A, 14O. Clock works, but the tachometer doesn't, so I'll find out about that. I'll look into that. I got that book last night, too. That's gonna be a pretty cool little truck. Time it's all said and done. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I'm gonna bend that muffler because it's hitting right here in the fender. I don't want that to get hot and blister the paint. You hear that little popping? I do got probably either we got a throttle body injector that's sticking and not hitting right, or we got a... Man, that was awesome. Nice little warm up. Yeah, I think I got a little plug. That exhaust, we've got an exhaust manifold leak too, so I'll bring you guys in and we'll take a look at that right quick. Hi, puppy. I'm coming out here. Some parts came in for the Nissan and finished dinner. I'm walking out here. And my last conversation I was having in there was some real talk. I'm walking out and I'm saying, sometimes it be like that, guys. Sometimes you're the hammer. Hey, stop. Sometimes you're the nail. Just keep plugging away, man. Haters are gonna hate, players are gonna play. Let me bring you in and show you guys this little part. Give me just a second here. Let me get you set up. Oh, and you're gonna need some battery. All right, so A1 Auto, been pretty legit. I've ordered probably 10 things from them lately, you know, within the last few months. Man, they sure send quality parts. And they have everything. I ordered 2 things and got one, but at least the one that I got today is the one I wanted to do first, because this will let us know where we stand either way. So, got the little slave cylinder. I'm gonna put this bad boy on right quick. I'll bring you guys in. I don't have much time. Like I said, we were in there just finishing up dinner, and I have just a few minutes, but let's get this bad boy full of fluid on there. All right, guys, got y'all set up. This shouldn't be too bad. I can see all my lines right here. I'm working right here. You guys, can y'all see that? Here, let me get my head out of the way. If I try to remember, I'll try not to bombard you with my big bald head. Too small. Well, I tell you what, my little vice grips right here just snatched that, got it right into shape. Come right off. So, I broke that loose. I'm gonna go ahead and buzz this off, then I'll take that off and spin it off. I don't want that brake fluid leaking on me while I'm under here. Why did I think I was gonna be able to do that with my fingers? That'd have been cool looking for you. I'll bring you guys in when I get this thing in. How's that sound? This is what I was trying to do a minute ago. Most of the time, these, when they come loose pretty fast. So, there we go. Let me get this one on there. And then we ain't got to sit here and fight the brake fluid. Here it comes, too. It's coming. Leaking all down the side of it. But that's good. We know we have fluid coming. That makes me happy, happy, happy. I don't know where that one went, but they look like they're the same thing. If we're looking at the bodies, right? Nope, they're a little different. However, they plug in a little different. That should work too. Cool. I say that, it's gonna be pointing right towards the back of this, so this may not be it. It may have been a dud. It may have to be that short and come out the back. You see what I'm saying? So, let me size this up right quick, because this might stop our party right there. Yup. Even if it's up, it's gonna hit the back. Wrong one. Darn it. Okay, so back to the drawing board on that. I will mention this, there's a difference between the brands you get from Italy and the brands you get from China. This is so much better. I'm gonna go ahead and slide under there and get this on. I'll bring you guys in with me, 2 bolts, this, that, and the other. I sure would like to be driving this Nissan today. It's a nice, cool Saturday morning, and I'm ready to do this. So I've got my tools ready. I'm gonna bring you guys in. Let's get going on this. All right, this should be just as easy as getting my little plug out of this one. Hey, spin my plug out of. Come on. Where's my hand? I need both hands here. I'm gonna slide you guys over. There you go. We're going right here. That's our money spot. Oh, there we go. I'm in it now, boys. This one was just too long. The flashlight just fell. Of course, why wouldn't it? It's got a new brass washer on it, too. And there's the fluid. That's what we want to see. She's dripping. Got it. Now I need to get old boo thing out here. Let me bleed out this Master cylinder. Go ahead and pump it. Hold it down. Yeah, it's moving the slave cylinder now. That just had a little bit of air in it. Okay. Give it about 10 pumps. Yeah, we're moving the slave cylinder good now. It's moving about an inch. Can you guys see that? Okay, hold it down. Okay, that was nearly all fluid. A couple more times, bud. Okay, hold it. Let me come put some more fluid in it. Go ahead and pump it. All right, guys, we're gonna fire this up. Just got done bleeding that. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's been sitting for a few days, several days. Oh, and I still have brakes. Gasket in there is bad. I'm gonna get this warmed up and let's see if it's gonna move around the property. Man, sounds like it has some missing. I haven't checked the plugs or anything, guys. I'm gonna put some Pro Lube in it, get it through a few cycles, that sort of thing. Because if I don't have to spend any money, I dang sure don't want to play up. All right, let's see if she's gonna move. Oh, I've been recording the whole time. Ah, cool. Let's see if it moves. Back and forth. Brakes feel good. Clutch feels great. Man, that smells like hot clutch. God, it runs poor. I'm gonna check the plug. Now, I assume whenever people, you know, in all these forums, everybody's wanting to do these carb swaps and get rid of this EFI. And I would imagine there's a reason for it. Now, I don't necessarily know, but I bet you this is the first year of fuel injection. I bet it's problematic. Some guys are doing like Volkswagen swaps and all that. I'm not getting into that. If I do anything, I'll 4.3 it and figure that out. But I don't have time for that junk right now. Anyhow, I want to get this run the best I can with what I got here. And a lot of this vacuum lining stuff is a little rough. Not bad. Mostly still soft, some crunchy. But I need to just go through there, excuse me, with the flashlight, just to make sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and start soaking this throttle body down in some yap, in the way of seafoam. in the spray can. I'm gonna open it up, get that going. Got to get all this carbon and junk out of here. I'm gonna do all that in the meantime while it's cooling. So, probably a little warm. About to pull this first plug out. There's music in the background. It's a college station, so I don't think they're gonna try to sue me. Let's get it. Come on. Kind of weird, man. It's a 1316. It's been a long time since I've seen a big old spark plug. Whew, crusty. Not bad. See that? Man, I bet I can clean these. They're hot still. Boy, they're carboned up. That's that old good fuel. Yes. So, I got a new bench grinder. I'm gonna put some new wheels and stuff on it. I'm gonna pull all these out, clean them up, and bring you guys in. Number 2, not much different. God, that's hot. I might want to let that cool a little bit. That'd be R&B and rap and all that, and then Tejano tonight. Oh, that's the same way. Threads look great. That was my concern. Number 3, I'm gonna get you guys on the charger too. Sam's out here getting it done. We've got that new headlight harness. Sam and I took this thing for a ride. I'm gonna let it cool down and then pull this top hat off. We've got a real bad stutter. That clutch is grabbing, and as it's under torque, under pressure, like it's clamping forces on, it bogs the engine way down. As soon as you get up a hill or you're going downhill and it gets to the top of the pedal where the pedal's always out like an idle circuit, man, this thing runs so good. So I'm pretty sure we have a fuel issue. I'm gonna put some air in this front tire and make sure all the lugs are cinched down. And we're gonna get going on this. We think we've got it kind of figured out.
You gotta do some wiring.
Do it, do it. Man, the funniest thing, Root and I are driving this around. We made about 10, 12 laps around the block. Sputtering a good bit. Doing well, but sputtering. I wanna pull those injector cups out and take a look at that. We got most of the things done. Root got the headlights where they all work. Just putting some harnesses on there. We got a brake light bulb out, and one of the fog lights. This one here doesn't work, but that's no trouble, guys. We just wanted to see if this was gonna be worth it. So if you're starting from the beginning, you know, this rolled in here. We put the tires and wheels off the Toyota on here. We bled out all the brakes and checked all the brakes. We put a slave cylinder on. It's about 40 bucks. Get the one that's made in Italy, much better quality, not the China stuff. And I got the clutch master, but I didn't put it on because if this one works, I'm not going to. It was a $30 part, so really we're not into this much. That fuel pump was like 40 bucks, and I've got about probably 12 to 15 hours in it. So not too bad for a run and drive and project, right? This one isn't typical. Just let me put that out there like this. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. I've got nailed a lot, so it's nice to be the hammer for once and get one that's cool, that really does just need a few things. I am gonna go through all the vacuum. I'm gonna get this thing running a lot better before I bring you guys on. Because when we do, I just wanna hit the road and talk to you guys, and we'll just reminisce, tell good stories, okay? But anyhow, man, if y'all stuck around, I certainly appreciate it. I know you guys don't have to. Your time is just as valuable as mine. If you enjoyed the content, man, throw a thumbs up, leave a comment, man. That stuff really helps. And if you feel so inclined to subscribe, man, do so. Leave a comment, man. Let's build a little community. What I'm really wanting to do is just get young kids out in the shop, build cool stuff, man. Talk to your neighbors. Be cool and be cool like as a car guy. You know what I mean? Stop bashing others. Help people build it and just build a community of car enthusiasts that enjoy working and tinkering on old beat up junk. Because that's all I can afford. Anyhow, guys, it's getting chilly outside. I'm going to go back inside. I'm going to watch some leaves turn colors, fall off the tree. It's that time of the year. And until next time, guys, peace and cheers. I appreciate y'all sticking around. And that's it. See you guys.